Okay, I look a mess right now because I'm still in my pajamas, but it is my first day of orientation for my master's and I'm kind of freaking out just a little bit, so I thought it was actually good to turn on the camera so I could like talk and get my feelings out and not just have them, I don't know, in my head and stress over them. So you can do orientation two different ways. The first is online. Obviously they've had that since COVID. Maybe they've had it before, I don't know. And the second is you can actually go to the talks in person, which I want to do because also if you go in person you can get a tour of the campus and a tour of the library, which would be good because I've never gone to this college before. I'm doing my master's in Trinity. If you're from Ireland you'll know about Trinity. You know, it's not like there's a huge amount of universities here. Well, there is, but like not like there would be in other countries like the US or UK. And it's in the middle of Dublin, which is really nice, so on the days that I'm in afterwards I can like go around or have a nice lunch or something. Also, I don't know if you can tell by this lighting, but it's awful. It always kind of dulls any makeup I'm wearing, so I think I don't have that much blush on and then I go out in public and I look crazy. I'm using the Dior blush. Pigment in it is really good and also it doesn't fade at all. I know blush, like if you're going to an event or something, you usually have to put a little bit more on because it fades so quickly. This does not fade at all, so you really have to be careful to not put on too much, and I say that as I'm packing it on. The only thing I wasn't able to book in for tonight was that they have a like welcome reception for graduate students, and that was fully booked up by the time I was on my computer because it wouldn't let me book up on my phone for whatever reason. The website wasn't like optimized for phones. So by the time I got on my computer to book in, it was already booked up. I'm on the waiting list though, in case anyone maybe decided to do it online instead or couldn't make it. I might just try and chance my arm anyway, like go up to the door or whatever and be like, hey, I'm on the waiting list, like by any chance has anyone not shown up? I feel like that'd be fine. I'm also not bringing like my laptop or anything, but then, okay, so this is where I'm nervous now. So my email says like orientation 4th of September, classes begin 11th. That's fine. The website online, that's fine, whatever. I log into my account and it's not fully completed yet because they haven't, like that's a whole other thing. I'm registered but like not fully registered yet, but I can see that I can access my timetable, so I do that, see all the classes for next week, then I go to this week and there's an hour class scheduled for today, but it's in grey and everything else is in blue, so I'm like, is that a class? Like, I don't know. So I'm gonna go in early. I'm actually gonna be there an hour early. I'm gonna get a coffee and then I'm gonna go to, I don't know, whoever is there and ask them what's going on. If it is an hour class, like I'm ready, but I'm not ready like mentally, if that makes sense. Like I'm really ready for orientation, not ready if I have a class, but if that timetable is correct, it means like I'm also all in tomorrow. But I just gonna go in again because they have some repeats of like the tours or the talks, just in case I didn't get to see any today, because some do overlap slightly. But yeah, it's all in grey and it's not the same classes as what's on the next week or the week after that, so I'm like, was this a mistake or is this genuinely like a day one talk? But it's at the same hour as the general orientation, and from what I could see they weren't in the same class, so it really is freaking me out because I don't want to either miss the first 5 minutes of the general orientation and walk in late, and it's also being broadcast so everyone would see it on Zoom, or walk in late to possibly my first class. So, but the email says general orientation 4th of September, classes begin 11th. So I'm gonna trust that, and they've sent me emails all the way being like, okay, this is what you do when you'll hear back when this happens. Okay, you're in, this is blah blah blah. If you don't accept by this, we're giving your offer to someone else. Okay, now that you've accepted your offer, come in this day, class begin this. So I assume it might just be a mix-up on the computer, because I was just looking at the timetable out of like pure curiosity, and they've sent me the orientation timetable in a separate email, so they're like not saying check your time, like I don't know. Oh my god. And it's also grayed out, so I assume that maybe it's just a weird glitch or something, I'm hoping. But yeah, I'm heading in on the bus. I'm heading in an hour early just to get a coffee and kind of walk around the place and like calm my nerves. And not that I'm nervous, but not like super nervous, if that makes sense. Like, I'm excited. It's just now the fact that am I meant to be in two places at once, or one place over the other, that is kind of freaking me out. But it was so out of the blue. I just found it out of messing around on the laptop that I'm sure I'm not meant to be there, hopefully, because I'm not bringing my laptop or anything, because I need to actually like fix the battery and stuff before I can use it for college. So I'll just have a notebook with me. It's only, if I am in for college day, it's only an hour, and then I can go back to the rest of orientation, so that'd be fine, because I would have communicated if I had a random class today. Okay, I'm gonna get ready. Okay, so this is my makeup finished. I think my eyebrows look a little weird, but I have no time to redo them. I don't know if I should wear a hairband or not. It's gonna be like 24 degrees today, so I might just wear my sunglasses as my hairband actually. And then earrings. Sorry, this is me last minute rethinking over everything. I'll show you guys my outfit later, and I'll show you guys around today. Don't know how much I'm gonna film, obviously, because I'm first of all in classes and doing tours, but for lunch I'm gonna meet Quiva, so that'll be fun.
Like I said, I got there an hour early, got breakfast in the Pret. Here's what I wore. I did wear the hairband in the end, and then I got to Trinity and I asked the students who were there giving the tours, I asked the academic registry, I asked the students in the orientation hub, hey, what's the deal with my timetable? No one had any idea, so they said, you know what, don't waste your time, just go to general orientation, and I did. And then afterwards, I got lunch with Quiva. She got me this really cute card and a gift, and it was just a nice way to spend my first day. And then I went back for more orientation talks.
So it turns out I was given the wrong timetable. I think I spoke about that on my first day. Don't know how that happened. I'm like registered but not fully registered because they didn't send me the email, so I didn't get the email saying that business students had a different orientation that was not the general orientation that was on the website. So I did miss my first orientation. A lot of other people, not a lot of people, but a few other people did as well, so that made me feel a little bit better. And it turns out it was just pretty much very similar to the general orientation talk that I went to. Then the day after, I went to all the business orientations, and that included more of the speaking about yourself, talking to other people. It was for the whole day, so I met a lot of people in my course, which was nice. Everyone's so lovely so far, and I actually don't mind that I missed the first one because I met a lot of people from other masters, other courses, and I'm meeting up with a few of them today. We were meant to go on a library tour. They mentioned it in the general orientation. They're like, yeah, if you leave the orientation now, this person will be outside to take you on the library tour. So we all went out. It's not like we were talking in our seats and stuff, but by the time everyone was able to leave the hall, they had already started the library tour. So we were waiting there for 10 minutes being like, oh, where's this person, blah blah blah, and then we're like, we must have missed him or her. So we went to one of the libraries, just waiting outside. Of course we couldn't get in because none of us had our card yet, our student card. After that I met a girl, we got a coffee, it was really cute, and then afterwards I actually got lunch with Quiva, and she was so cute. She got me like a card and a little gift of crystals. I don't really know how to use them, but they're very pretty. And after that I went to a few other orientation talks, and I met 2 other girls, and then we got a drink afterwards, and I'm meeting up with them today, so that's really nice. And yesterday was the marketing mixture, so I'm already in a few group chats with people from my orientation, which is great to like find people in my major. So I'll see them in a few hours. I'm just heading in now for another orientation talk, and then afterwards I'm going to Nikki's pop-up. Nikki Hoyne, she has a shoe brand, so I'm really excited about that. I was gonna wear something nicer, but I couldn't find my skirt, so I'm just wearing this like dress because it's gonna be 27 degrees today, and I know that might not sound a lot if you're not from Ireland. Like all the international students we have, they're like, yeah, it's really hot, it's like a summer's day, and I'm like, this is not a normal summer for us. This is not even like a normal summer's day. I am dying. I don't know if you can see, I got like sunburnt on my nose and like at the top of my forehead. I do have makeup on, but like I was reapplying sunscreen yesterday when we were sitting out in the green, and I still got burnt. Hopefully I don't get burnt again today. So yeah, after orientation I'm gonna go to Nikki's pop-up, and then I got invited to like an after college kind of orientation thing for international students, but 2 of the girls I met on the first day are going to it, so they're like, yeah, just come along. But that is at the same time as Nikki's, except it runs for an hour later, so I'm gonna try make it. I'm not gonna stress if I can't. Just really excited about today and to meet more people from my course. So far it's going really well. My actual lectures don't start until Monday. On Monday night I got so stressed. I went to academic registry. I was like, hey, I've been seeing there's like a grey blocked out section on the app, but on the website it's just showing general orientation, and they had no idea what it was. They're like, oh, if it's grey blocked out, it's probably just professor claiming the room that is a marketing professor and you just got it for some reason. I went to other students, like the tour guide students, and I was like, hey, I have 2 timetables right now. One is on the website, one was sent to me, and that is all like in blue, but then I have one that's particularly referring to my course. It's all in grey, but it all has the same code with different teachers. Like it does not look like any other timetable I have for the following weeks. What the hell does this mean? And they're like, oh yeah, that's just a fluke. So on Tuesday I just got up really early and went to the business school. I was not looking cute at all. I had like no makeup on. I just like baggy trousers and a t-shirt because I was like, oh, I don't have orientation today, like it's just a fluke, but I'm just doing this for peace of mind. And then suddenly they're like, hey, welcome, like this is your 3-hour orientation class, and I was like, oh no, I missed yesterday and I look awful, and this is the first time I'm seeing everyone, but it was really good. Like I said, everyone I've met so far in my course is so nice, so that's all the news I have so far. I haven't really been taking many videos or anything because we're just running from one place to the other, and I also don't want to be that person who's like suddenly meeting new people and I'm like, hey guys, like I'm just gonna vlog on my phone. Not like, I'm not gonna do that. So this vlog could literally be like 5 minutes, but that's how my week's been going. It's been going really well, and I'm excited to have my last 2 days of orientation.
So I made my way in. It takes me about an hour and a bit to get into college, and then also all these people you see here are tourists, not students. And then the fire alarm went off, so we had to leave. We had a break in between our classes, and I was finally able to get my student card. Then after my last class I made my way down to Paris Court for Nikki's pop-up. Everything was so cute. I loved all the decorations and the interiors and what they had set up for the pop-up. These cookies were delicious, by the way. And I really liked seeing her new collection. She's bringing out bows onto her flats as well, which is very cool. And here is Nikki herself. She looked gorgeous for the event, as you can see. The pop-up is actually in Shoopy, which is a store that has been there a few years. And then afterwards we went and got cocktail from Pig. Then we also got dinner there as well. And then it was my last day of orientation. I only had one class in the morning, which was pretty early, but beforehand, me and a few girls that were in my class, we all met up to get breakfast. We went to Alpro, which was having like a free breakfast pop-up. Went to my last orientation, and then afterwards I headed to academic registry because I'm still having an issue with my emails. Hopefully it's sorted out by next week, fingers crossed. And then I walked to the bus. I was trying to be pretty quick because I had a couple of Zooms that I'd scheduled for an hour after my last orientation, but the academic registry took a while. Luckily I got home in time, so that was great. And then after the Zooms, I just sat out in the backyard and then finished a garment for the next collection, which is why you're not seeing any more of it. You're only seeing the start of one sleeve. But yeah, that was my first week of orientation. I hope you guys liked it. It was a little bit more chatty. If you like that kind of content, let me know. Please like and subscribe. I know it sounds so cheesy, but I really would appreciate it. So yeah, bye!